Good morning, children. We have discussed about what is list. Now, let us see the different operations that can be performed on list. So, first operation is concatenation. Second one, repetition. Third one, membership. And fourth one, slicing. So, these are the operations performed on list. So let us see the first type of operation, that is concatenation. So Python allows us to join two or more lists using concatenation operator using the symbol plus. So plus is the concatenation operator. In list, when we concatenate two lists, we use the operator plus. So in case of list, plus represents concatenation. So for concatenation operation, we use the concatenation operator called plus. Now let us see how this concatenation works. So we have a list 1 is equal to, in square brackets, a list 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9. This is a list. Another list 2 is equal to 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 comma 10. It is another list. Then we are concatenating these list 1 and list 2, concatenating these two lists and assigning that new list in a variable list 3. That is, list 3 is equal to list 1 plus list 2. So here we are concatenating the two lists, list 1 and list 2, and assigning the new list. Concatenation produces a new list and that list is stored in list 3. So when we print this list 3, you can see our first list, that is the list 1, is at the starting. List 1, the values, elements of the list 1, that is 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma the elements of the second list 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 comma 10. That is, in concatenation, the first list and the second list are combined together. That is, the elements of the first list will be in the new list. Then the elements of the second list is appended at the end of the first list. The elements of the second list is appended at the end of the first list. First the elements of the first list will be there, then at the end of the first list the elements of the second list will be appended. So this is how the concatenation of a list works. And let us see another example containing a list of strings. This is a list of numbers, integers, and let us see another list containing strings. So we have list 3 is equal to, in square brackets, list is always represented in square brackets, in that in single quotes different colors, so red, green and blue. Then another list 4 is equal to, in square brackets, cyan, magenta and yellow. These are the two lists. So after concatenation, so you can see for concatenation we have used the plus symbol. So after concatenation, list 3 plus list 4. Plus is the concatenation operator. So list 3 plus list 4 is concatenated and we are assigning that list into a new list called list 5. Into a new list called list 5. This equal to is the assignment operator. So we are assigning it into a new list called list 5. when we print this list 5, you can see in square brackets, as a new list contains the elements of the first list followed by the elements of the second list. So, the elements of the first list, that is list 3, is red, green, blue, comma, the elements of the second list, that is cyan, magenta, yellow. Let us see another example. Here you can see list 1 is there and a string ABC. So, what this shows is that we cannot concatenate a list with a string or an integer or anything. We can do concatenation only among two lists. So, in concatenation, the two operands should be a list. So, if here you can see one operand is a list and the other operand is a string. So, when we concatenate this, you can see an error has occurred, that is type error. You can see the error, that is type error, can only concatenate list, not str to list, that is str is not a list. This str ABC is not a list. So, we can concatenate only two lists and we cannot concatenate a list with any other data type. We can concatenate only a list with a list. So, here we are trying to concatenate a list with a string. That is why an error called type error has occurred, because the data type of is different. Data type does not match because one is a list and the other is a string. So, this is what is called concatenation. Plus is the concatenation operator, that is it combines two lists. The first list which is specified first will be the first, its elements will be in the first position and followed by the elements of the second list, that is the list which is specified after the concatenation operator. So, next operation is repetition. Next operation is repetition. So, Python allows us to replicate the contents of a list using repetition operator depicted by symbol star. So, in Python, star symbol is used to in case of list for repetition or replication of a list. So, let us see what is replication. Here we have a list 1 is equal to 1, cutting a list. Slicing, as the name implies itself, slicing operator will cut the list into small pieces. So, in slicing there are 3 parts. Slicing operator, there are 3 parts. They are same as that of our range function, that is start, stop and step. Start, stop and step. So, first value in the slice operator is the start position, second one is the stop position and third one is the step. Start, stop and step. So, in any case, if we do not specify the starting position, then it will be, the starting will be considered as 0. If in any case we do not specify the starting position, then the start position will be considered as 0 by default. And we should specify the stop value. Then if we do not specify the step, then by default the step will be considered as 1. By default the step value is always 1 and start value is always 0. So if we do not specify the start value, Python will consider the default value as 0. It will start from 0th position. And if we do not specify the step value, then Python will consider it as a, by default value it will be 1. That is, increment step will be taken as 1. We have a list. List 1 is equal to red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, black. It is a list containing different colors. List 1 is equal to list containing different colors. So let us see how the slicing works. So here we have the first example, list 1 in square brackets 2:6. In slicing, different positions are separated by colons and it is represented in square brackets. In square brackets, the different start position colon, stop position colon, step. So here list 1 in bracket 2:6. So it will slice the list from start position is 2, from 2 to 6 minus 1, stop is 6, so 6 minus 1, that is red is 0, green 1, blue 2, cyan 3, magenta 4, yellow 5, black 6. So 6 minus 1 will select from 2 to 6 minus 1, that is 2 to 5. So 2 is blue, then 2 to 5 means blue, cyan, magenta and yellow. These values from these items in the list will be selected. Then Python is a case sensitive language. So it differentiates, it considers capital G and small letter g as different characters because its ASCII values are different. So it will return false because the word, the element green which is present in list 1 has the first letter as capital G. So the ASCII values for both the strings are different. So these two are considered as different strings and so it returned false because capital G green is and small letter g is different, and so this green whose capital whose first letter is a small letter is considered as an element, as a different element. So Python will return false. So the answer is, for this it has returned false because this green is not a element of this list. Then next example, black in list. So black is not an element of this list, so it returned false. Now let us see what is the function of not in operator, which is a membership operator, not in operator. So not in operator will check whether an element is not present in that list. Element is not present, then only it will return true. If an element is not present only, it will return true, not in operator. So here we have a list, list 1 is equal to red, green, blue. Then green not in list 1, as we have a list 1 in that green is present, but here the not in operator will return true only if green is not present in the list 1. So green not in list 1, the not in operator will check whether the element is not an element of particular list. Since the element is a since this string is an element of that particular list, it returns false. Next example, black not in list 1. Black is not in list 1, so it returns true. So this is the two membership operators, that is in and not in. These are the two membership operators, in, not in. So in will check whether an element is a member of that particular list. Not in will check whether an element is not a member of that particular list. And if it is in operator will check whether an element is a member of that particular list. If it is a member, it returns true, else it returns false. And not in operator will check whether an element is not a member of that particular list and returns true if it is not in that list. Next operation is slicing. Slicing operation allows us to create a new list by taking out the elements from an existing list. Blue, it is a list containing strings, that is different colors. Colors are strings, so it is represented in single quotes. So we are checking green. Green is a value and we are checking using the in operator. You can see green in list 1, that is if green is an element of list 1, this in operator will check whether the value specified before the in operator is present in the list. So it will check whether green in list 1. So in list 1 you can see one element called green. So green is present in list 1. So this in operator will check whether an element is present. So if it is present, it will return true. So green in list 1 will return true because green is an element of list 1. Next, red in list 1. It will check, in operator will check whether red is an element of list 1. Since red is also present in list 1, it will return the value as true. Next, it will check green in list 1, but it returns false. Why? Because Python is a case sensitive language. 5, 7, 9 in square brackets because list 1 is a list. So here we are doing the replication operator. So in replication operator, first two operands will be there. One operand should be a list and the other operand should be an integer. Here you can see star is the replication operator and list 1 and 3 are two operands, and one operand should be a list and the other operand should be a integer. Like in case of concatenation, both the operands should be list, but in case of replication, one operand should be list and the other operand should be an integer. So what the replication does is it creates a new list containing the values of the list three times. If the operand here integer value is 3, then it repeats the list 3 times. If the operand value is 2, it repeats the list 2 times. So if the operand value is n, it repeats the list n times. So the function of replication operator is that it creates a new list with the elements replicated by the number of times as the integer value. Number of times the integer value. So here the integer value is 3. So the list is replicated 3 times. You can see our list 1 is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now after replication, our new list contains 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Again it is repeating 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Again it is repeating 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That is, the same list is replicated 3 times because we have specified the integer operand as 3. So this is what replication is. In replication, the two operands, one operand should be an integer and the other operand should be a list. Next is membership operator. A membership operator in checks if the element is present in the list and returns true, else returns false. And the operator not in, which is a transpose, returns true if the element is not present in the list, else it returns false. So we have a membership operator called in and not in. Membership operators are in, not in. In and not in are the two membership operators. So the membership operator in checks whether a particular element is a member of that list. Membership operator in checks whether this in is a membership operator and not in is also a membership operator. So the membership operator in checks whether a particular value is an element of that list. If that value is element of that list, then it returns true. If that particular value is not an element of that list, then it returns false. And the operator not in checks whether a particular element is not in the list. So if an element is not in the list, then it returns true. And if an element is present in the list, the not in operator will return false. So let us see the examples. So we have a list 1 is equal to red, example 2:20. Here you can see only elements are there up to index value 6. No element is there after the index value 6. But here we have given the start position as 2 and stop position as 20. That is an out of bound value. That is a value which is not in our bound, in our range. So in such cases, what the Python will do is that it will consider all the elements till the end of the list. All the elements till the end of the list. Here we have given the starting value. So it will take the elements from the start position to the end of the list. All the elements till the end of the list. Here the starting position is 2. So it has considered blue. All the elements from blue to black, because only index 6 is there. After 6 no values are there. So if we give out of bound values for stop, then it will consider all the values from the starting position to the end of the list. So it has considered all the values from starting index 2 to the end of the list. Next, here you can see start and stop is there, but here this start value is not 0, or it is not a value within our range, because our index contains values from 0 to 6 only. But here the start value is 7. So in case of an out of bound value for start, it will return an empty list, because there is no value from, there is no index position at starting from 7. There is no index position called 7. So from 7 to that particular starting position, there is no such list. So it generates an empty list. So if we specify an out of bound range for starting value, then it returns a empty list. Now consider the next example. List 1 in square brackets colon 5. So here colon is there, but an element before the colon is not there. Value before colon is not present. That is, we have not specified the start position. We have not specified the start position. So you know that if we do not specify the start position, we will take by default the start as 0. So 0 to 5 minus 1, that is 0 to 4. Index value 4 will be taken. So you can see from the list, red is at index 0, green is at index 1, blue is at index 2, cyan is at index 3 and magenta is at index 4. So all these elements from the index are taken. Next is list 1 in square brackets 0 colon 6 colon 2. So here in all the other cases we had only 2 values separated by colon. So in such cases our step was not given. So by default we had taken this step as 1. But in this case we have provided the value for step also. 0 is the starting index, 6 is the ending stop position, and 2 is the step. So in case if step is also provided, then after considering the index 0, then we have to skip 2 positions and then take the next value. Skip 2 positions and take the next value. So after 0 we have to consider 1 should be skipped. After 0 1 is skipped, then the next value, then 2 0, then 2, then 4, then 5. Likewise we are adding just 2 to the index value and only those index values, items, elements at those index value will be selected. So here 0 colon 6 colon 2 will first select the element at index 0, that is red, then 0 plus 2, that is 2. So element at index 2, that is blue, then 2 plus 2, that is 4. Index at 4 the element is magenta. Then after 4 plus 2, that is 6. 6 is out of range, that is we have given our stop value as 6. So we have to consider up to stop minus step, that is 6 minus 2, that is up to 4 only we have to consider the range. So only red, blue and magenta will be displayed. Next example you can see is negative indexing. We know that a list has both positive and negative index. Positive index starts from left to right and negative index starts from right to left, that is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. Positive index starts from 0 and negative index starts from minus 1. So we have a list whose starting value is minus 6. So minus 6 is the starting value. So we have to count and check which represents minus 6. So we know black is minus 1, yellow is minus 2, magenta is minus 3, cyan is minus 4, blue is minus 5, green is minus 6. So we have to select elements from green to minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Green to position minus 3 means third element from right, that is magenta. So green to magenta will be selected. So you can see from green to magenta is selected. Then in next example you can see two columns are there and we have not specified the start, stop, but only step is specified. Here stop is not specified, so all the elements in the list will be considered. Start is not specified, so element from 0 will be taken, index as 0 will be taken. Stop is not specified, so all the elements in that list will be considered. Step is 2, that is first the value at index 0 will be selected, then 0 plus 2, that is at index 4 will be selected, index 2 will be selected, then 2 plus 2, that is at element index 4 will be selected, and 4 plus 2, that is 6, element at index 6 will be selected. Next example, start and stop is also not given and the step value is minus 1. Since start is not given and stop is also not given, this step is given as minus 1. So this condition is called reversing of a list. So to reverse a list we have to specify start and stop as, we do not have to specify the start and stop, and step value has to be given as minus 1. Then the list will be reversed and the element at position minus 1 will be displayed, then at minus 2, that and minus 3 etc. will be displayed. So if we do not specify the start and stop and specify the step as minus 1, then the list will be reversed, that is the element at last will be the element in the first position. So for reversing a list we have to we do not have to specify the start, stop, but step has to be given as minus 1. Then the reversing of the list is